Let's see if it's working. Do 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 Oh, look, we're live. Okay, notice. Look at here. We're live. Hey, people, we're live. You guys can say hi now. Hi guys. Hi guys. Welcome to our first, second, third, second,
Second.
first to second. I don't know. Our
I
first
don't know what's
stream, but
going on.
our second
Second.
podcast.
Yeah.
It's live. I'll get the. I'll get the thing for you soon. Anyways, found it. I gave you guys
Yeah,
I gave you the wrong. I gave you the server instead of the actual link to the post.
Yeah,
Here you go.
you did.
There's the stream. Yeah, I put that there until we get the other one, just so you know. Shit, the Phantom.
I just joined this. I don't
Wait,
know
no,
what's going
Shade. What are you doing here?
I just joined.
Oh
I'm
well,
sorry.
I guess you can be a part of the first one.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so this is our first podcast stream, and what we are going to be talking about is TigerStar, Sasha, Cinderpelt, and CinderHeart. So first, we're going to be talking about TigerStar.
You said it wrong. It's Tiger Bay.
Tiger Bay.
Oh God, no.
Anyways, what I was saying before I was so rudely
That's
interrupted
Oh.
was we're probably going
Tiger
to
Bay will marry me.
we're probably gonna talk about what would have happened. We're gonna start from the first, his storyline. All right, we start off in Blue Star's prophecy, where he first comes in as the son of Leopardfoot and the son of Pine Star, who leaves later in the books. Yay. Later in the book, not books. Blah. Okay. Who wants to talk? Who wants to talk about the rest of his storyline?
No comment.
I don't know too much of his storyline, honestly.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, so he's
Phantom.
Tiger Kid, right? And then Goosefeather says this kid should have never been born.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, he
something
says
like
this kid should have never survived, I think.
Yeah, because
Okay,
his
you know
his
what?
two
Whatever.
sisters died later.
Yeah,
That's just sad.
rip.
Rest in peace. They deserve to live, not him.
I know. Yeah, but if you really think about it, if he didn't survive and become leader, we wouldn't have had Tiger Clan, and if we didn't have Tiger Clan, we wouldn't have Scourge, and if we didn't have Scourge, the clans would have been soft.
And then Lightstorm wouldn't have died.
Yeah, and he probably would still be deputy if he wasn't old and dead yet.
That wonderful ideas.
And then Gray Stripe would never become deputy and have gotten
Yes.
caught. So basically, he is a main character. Like he actually would
He's a character with an actual backstory. So
with
he's a
actual
well-rounded
backstory.
character.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
well-rounded around the edges. Why isn't
Oh, no.
Phantom in the call?
I don't. Phantom.
Is Phantom here?
No,
No.
she's up
No,
there.
oh,
She unmuted herself. Okay.
Cool.
No,
Okay.
I was looking at the stream. So
Oh,
yeah.
does it sound good so far?
From what I can tell, I only looked at it for 5 seconds before people started freaking out.
Anyways, I probably should have introduced us all before we started. Should I
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
that
you
now?
should.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
should. Okay, so I am Cream Cat, but you guys can call me Darky because
That's
I have
fine.
other names on the internets.
Cuff.
My co-host is Phantom, if you want to say hi.
Hi, I'm TigerStar's waifu. Just saying.
Oh
No.
my gosh. Can't believe you've
No,
done this.
no, I'm kidding. I'm Phantom.
Oh,
Phantom
I can't
Sylveon.
believe you've done this.
Go. Yeah, I'm Phantom Sylveon, co-host, I suppose. This was kind of and I also draw the intros. So the more people that end up in these things, the more cats I have to draw in the long run. Keep that in
Oh yeah,
mind.
you have to draw ShadeSting now.
Oh no.
Wait, did you draw me?
You're.
I just joined randomly. I didn't even know what was going on.
Oh, we have 4 people watching. Oh, hi people.
Oh my gosh, we have an audience.
I knew
Oh
like
yeah,
I was gonna.
it's mostly all us though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
mostly
probably.
us. Let's be real. So Shade, I'm number 1. I need you to give me your reference for your character.
I
Second
can
of all,
link it.
We should
on
probably
Second
get
of
back
all,
on
I'm gonna,
topic,
like-
people. Topic.
Yes.
second of all,
Yeah,
if
topic.
you have a
Okay.
difficult design, I'm gonna lose it.
I think she has a tabby.
Yeah,
Yes, miss.
it's a tabby.
Yes, miss. I am gonna murder you.
Oh Lord.
I just have a
Topic.
tabby.
Topic,
Sorry.
please. Topic.
Okay.
Awkward silence.
All right.
Okay, now
Okay, I'm
introduce
leader.
the rest
I
of
say
us.
we now all need to get on schedule. And so we're talking about TigerStar. We talked about his kithood. He lost 2 of his siblings. Both of them were females, I believe. I forgot their
Yeah.
names.
Their names
Yeah, they were both
Night Kit
females.
and Miss Kit.
Yeah, I probably should have looked that up because I have WarWiki open. Anyways,
Okay.
I'm gonna look at WarWiki again for this rest of this. And so Pine Star leaves still on his kithood to be a frickin' everyone hates him for this, to be a kitty pet. Anyways, I'm saying
Does Darky not know how one speaks?
No, I don't.
No,
I don't. I
she
really
really
don't. I'm trying.
doesn't.
I'm trying to navigate around WarWiki.
Oh,
So
I can't believe you've done this.
Just stating, I'm gonna be muting this real quick so I can take a look at the stream again. So
Okay.
okay,
Alright.
freak out.
they're just telling me what he is. I don't care what he is. Anyways, so he's the son of Pine Star and Leopardfoot. Pine Star leaves to be a kitty pet. Basically, he's
Yeah.
heartbroken and hates kitty pets after that. So
Yeah, exactly.
once he becomes a what is it called? Apprentice. He's
An
apprenticed
apprentice.
to Thistleclaw,
Thistleclaw.
who basically is an
Yeah.
evil cat, if you've read Blue Star's Prophecy. And Thistleclaw kind of teaches him teaches him why he's evil. While Bluefur doesn't get an apprentice yet, but is still there in the background, kind
That's
of hating
fair.
him. So Thistleclaw kind of like
He trains Tiger Kit like
Yeah.
Tiger Paw really brutally,
yeah, like
Yeah.
using like really complex battle moves and then like being abusive whenever he doesn't get something right.
yeah, they
Yeah.
fight with unsheathed claws. No,
Oh God.
so
That's
so
amazing.
he got like scars from that, and then while
Screw.
our other little bay White Paw is
Oh my
apprenticed
gosh.
to
White
someone,
Paw's so cute.
yeah, he gets hurt because of Tiger Paw. Anyways, continuing
Anyways.
down the line, Bluefur, Thistleclaw, and Tiger Paw go on a little patrol, and they come across a kit that we love and know as Scourge, but at the time his name was
I
Tiny.
don't like Scourge.
Tiny. His name was Tiny at the time because he was smaller than all of it.
Poor
his
Tiny.
siblings.
He was a small little bean.
He was a
He
little
was small
bean.
bean. He was
Anyways.
innocent. He was just a small.
Anyways.
Okay.
um.
No.
So Thistleclaw says, Tigerpaw, go attack this kit, and then Bluefur is kind of over in the corner, horrified. And by how we're looking at it, we're kind of like, oh, okay then. Stop that, Tigerpaw, you're evil. Bleh. And then so that kind of like boosts up Tigerpaw's ego a little bit, a lot. And he becomes a warrior named Tiger Claw. Tiger Claw, I really don't know the rest of his storyline, so I'm just gonna skip to Redtail's death. Tiger Claw comes into camp with Redtail's body, saying that Oakheart, Blue Fur's, now is Blue Star, Blue Star's River Clan mates, which no one knows because secrets, ha ha ha.
Okay then.
Which basically I really don't get, we're probably gonna save this, but I'm gonna say it right now. I really don't get how Blue Star doesn't like question her former mates if he killed Redtail, because I don't get that.
Exactly.
Anyways, so he kills Redtail and he's a monster. And his apprentice is Ravenpaw, who is basically the most shyest little baby in the world, which is adorable, because we know to love him later in the books for being awesome. I'm out of breath. I'm literally out of breath right now.
But
Someone
you
could.
talk so fast.
Are you really talking that much?
No, I'm just like walking around while doing it, so I'm like really out of breath. So.
Yeah, like currently I keep muting my mic because I'm listening to the stream on my phone. So I'm like making sure that the volume and stuff is okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you continue to do that.
And
So, continuing down the line, he's really mad that Blue Star chooses Lionheart as her new deputy, because he kind of like has his ambition to be deputy and wants to be the leader of ThunderClan, like every single kit and every single warrior and every single apprentice. So he kills. Wait, does he or does someone else kill Lionheart?
I
think
think
he died in
Lionheart died
battle.
in battle. Yeah.
Yeah, by who though? I think it was Tiger Claw, wasn't it?
No, I'm
No,
not
I
sure.
don't think it was just a cat that he was in a battle, someone died. He died by the battle.
A random cat.
Just, I don't know. Yeah, a random
Oh.
cat. Back story cat thingamajig. I don't
So
I
now,
can't speak.
Tiger Claw is like, oh, I have a position to be deputy. So Blue Star at the time, where Firepaw is now currently in the clans and can't be deputy yet, she says, okay, Tiger Claw, you're now deputy. So Tiger Claw acts like a perfect little bean up until they go attack Broken Star. Broken Star becomes Broken Tail, and he comes into ThunderClan.
And then
And
they plot.
and then he like kind of like makes plans with Broken Tail to take over ThunderClan with a couple of rogues and all that.
Yeah. Rogue.
And
Stop.
Just
so,
talking.
and then after that, Blue Star goes into like a state of shock and is like really shocked that he's like kind of like that. And then that follows us from into the wild, from Blue Star's prophecy to Into the Wild to Tiger Claw's Fury, where he is cast out of the clan. He goes to live in that area next to Shadow Clan that they haven't conquered, like in between the Two Leg Place and the clan.
Yeah.
And he meets up with a bunch of different rogues. They make their own little tiny, meets up, not really. The rogues that survived from the battle. They make their own, yes, his squad. They
Yes.
they kind of like create their own little tiny clan until who was it? Nightstar? Nightstar dies,
Yeah.
and then he comes
he
into the
does.
clan, and the clan doesn't know that he kind of betrayed Thunder Clan, and they're kind of stupid and in shock and grief because the
So they
medicine cat has
so
to do everything right now because both deputy and leader kind of died.
Yeah.
So,
oh
so,
god.
and if you guys didn't know, Nightstar didn't have all of his 9 lives because Broken Star did. Broken Star had
Wait,
all of
hold
his
up.
9 lives left.
That makes no sense
So
because
Nightstar,
Nightstar was never accepted officially as a leader by Star
Yeah,
Clan.
that's because Broken Star did lose. Like, he was on his last life, I think. But
Star
Nightstar wasn't
Clan,
approved by Star Clan as the
you're
new
glitchy.
clan leader,
because he
so
had
that's why
like
he never received
asthma
any
and
lives.
breathing issues, so he could never take such a role
Yeah.
on.
that's kind of like, really, Star Clan? You're gonna shy away someone with disabilities?
That's depressing.
Not only that,
Anyways,
he wouldn't have made a good leader for Shadow Clan anyway.
I
But
mean,
we can talk
in
about that.
Yellowfang's
We
Secret,
can
he
talk
was
about
so
that later.
sweet. In Yellowfang's Secret, he was so sweet, though.
Who?
Yes. You-
Nightpelt.
Oh.
So the clan
But
never
yeah,
knows that he didn't become leader, so he dies with his only 1 life. And Tiger Claw at the time, says, "Hey, I'll be your leader because I'm the strongest cat here while everyone else is in battle green cough." So
Ew,
he
green claw.
walks down to the Moonstone with Yellowfang. No, not Yellowfang. Who was it? Little Cloud? Was it
Little
Little Cloud at the
Cloud
time?
or Running Nose? I
Running
don't know.
Nose? No, yeah, it was Running Nose. Because Running Nose trained Little Cloud. So it was probably Little Paw at
Cool.
the time, who was a warrior
Yeah.
apprentice at the time. That's kind of weird. Anyways, so they're going to the Moonstone. Receives his 9 lives. He kind of is angry because in the book
His
where we
9 lives
see he
because
has his
Star
9 lives,
Clan's
which was, what book
really
was it?
stupid.
It was one of the guides. He didn't get any lives that were like strong for battling, so he's like, "Oh, I don't mind losing those lives, those weak lives." Because we found out that StarClan only gives lives for things that a leader needs, that their traits don't have already. So,
Okay, sorry, you crashed.
who wants to do TigerStar's reign part?
Oh, me.
Tiger what?
Oh, wait.
TigerStar's
Can we skip
reign.
to the... Me.
Oh yeah.
Me.
Okay.
Go
I
ahead.
can do it.
Okay. So, what he does is, he goes... Oh, I'm the best at explaining
what's
things.
happening?
Yeah, okay, anyways, so he goes to, like, two-plague place,
Hello?
and then...
Yes.
What?
Hi.
We're talking
Happening.
about TigerStar's reign.
I'm gonna talk then?
You can talk. Wait, who was talking
Okay,
about his
anyway.
reign? Oh, yeah, you can.
He goes to the two-leg place, and then he encounters, Scourge, aka Tiny. Cough, cough. Okay. Anyways, and then, he makes a deal with him that his clan, called Blood Clan, can go in the forest and have the prey if they help him kill his arch enemies, Thunder Clan.
And
Right?
take over the rest of the forest
Yeah.
as Tiger Clan.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways, continue.
so then they have like a meeting with the other clans, and then I forgot what happened. Wait, hold up. You gotta look it up.
Does TigerStar die in the meeting thingamajig?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that was it.
yeah, because
Yeah, because when
he called Scourge a traitor, and then Scourge was just like, "Oh, okay," brutally kills him, and that was the end of TigerStar.
That was a very quick. Well, not completely.
it was
Yeah,
our
but
first gruesome death.
Yeah.
that was
From many,
sad.
many more gruesome deaths to come. Yay.
Yep,
I feel sorry for these cats that live.
I know, right? So then they
Alright.
have the big giant battle and blah blah blah. Okay, they're done.
And then they had the Dark
Wait, no.
Forest battle.
Yeah, we had to talk about
So-
the Dark Forest.
We have him training Brambleclaw and Hawkfrost, who are basically his
Oh,
two
his
half
dude.
sons. And his Brambleclaw refuses to kill
Half sons?
Firestar.
You realize you just said half sons?
I mean, like they're half brothers, so they're like his half sons. Like
Wait,
one's
whatever, you know.
they're both
you
his
know
full
what you mean.
sons, but they're they're half brothers. So
They're half
half
brothers,
sons.
but they're full sons, my dude.
Okay, you know what?
We kind of find out that TigerStar is a player later in the books. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, wink. Wink,
All the
wink,
way,
nudge,
my
nudge.
dude.
Many of us still believe that he has more kits than they let on to, but hey, that's not our fault.
Yeah. Yeah, he decided screw Golden Heart and just decided to go
Golden
to Sasha.
flower, not golden heart,
Gosh.
golden flower.
Sorry, Golden Flower. My mistake.
Yes, your mistake. Oh, we're already 20 minutes into this thing. That's nice.
That was quick.
We're still on him. Anyways, so he becomes leader of the Dark Forest. Blah blah blah. Trains his sons. That fails, so he tries and trains Lion Paw. That also fails, so then he's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna invite as many cats from the clans as I want to. So that's what happens.
Yeah.
So, and meanwhile, while he's training all those cats, we got Bramclaw, Hawkfrost. Hawkfrost dies. That's kind of not sad.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
That's not sad.
Am I sad for liking Hawkfrost's death?
Well,
Then I'm not finished. Then he attacks the Dark Forest. One page of his second death kind of upsets us because it's only one page. And that's the end of TigerStar.
Dead.
So,
he died so quickly.
what do you think? Let's branch about him now since we know his full storyline.
Okay. TigerStar.
I think
Under my
TigerStar was a well-developed character, like well-rounded, but his
Yeah.
like deaths, with which were only one page, kind of was disappointing.
Yeah, like they were one of the quickest deaths. Can't speak. It went by too quickly, and it seemed like
I know.
they made him up to be like very powerful and things, but like he died in basically one strike in each of his deaths.
Yes, it was just sad.
Yeah, that was kind of
Sad.
disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Sad. cold
Phantom, you
death.
have not participated in any of this. Do you want to speak?
That is true. I've been letting you guys talk. I've been looking between the stream and sharing out the stream. So,
Cool. How many people?
and I've also been trying to get this other video to upload.
Yeah.
So I was waiting when we got free floor. Then I was gonna go on my tirade about how TigerStar is like one of the best leaders ever. Cough, cough.
No.
He's a very organized leader.
I guess.
I can argue.
Even-
I'm telling you, it's one of those topics I can argue home.
Oh my god. Okay.
But continue. I'm going back into doing what I was doing, but I'm still listening to you guys.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Him taking a mate of Sasha was kind of stupid because he kind of just used her for more kits.
That was sad.
We'll be talking about Sasha next.
And then
He just wanted more kin that he could drag down with him.
Yeah.
And then you take his side.
He didn't know. He didn't know that he had kids with Sasha until after he died.
No, he knew he had kits with Sasha, but he didn't do anything about it. Like he did when Sasha was trying to bring her kits over to Tiger Clan at the time, but she was going through the two-leg place and she basically lost Tadpole, and so then she dropped them off at River Clan, who Then
So
what she did,
Mothwing,
that was when River Clan just got freed from Tiger Clan. So his kids never knew him personally, but he knew about them.
oh, okay.
I didn't know
I just
about
never
them.
read the manga. So
Me
yeah.
neither.
Like, I read the manga, but I don't remember any of this. Anyway,
Why is it
I'm
so
leaving.
silent?
I know.
I'm leaving again. Tell me whenever it's my turn to tirade.
Okay. Alright. Next on our list is TigerStar's view on his kin. Okay.
I feel
Go ahead.
like he views them just as like soldiers.
You cut out. Hello?
Oh, I cut out.
Yeah, you did.
I'm sorry. I feel like he sees them as just like soldiers in his little army and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like he
Like,
just uses them.
Yeah, like I feel like he cares. I mean, a little bit, but only because they're a vital part of his army.
Did anyone notice in our podcast yesterday we totally skipped over Hawk Frost's death?
Oh my gosh. Well, it was one page. What were we supposed to talk about?
Like him getting stabbed in the neck by Bramclaw. That kind of probably threw
Oh,
TigerStar
God.
off the edge. And so Hawk Frost joins TigerStar, and TigerStar's kind of like angry at him that he was killed by a foul beast called Bramclaw.
I think he's more mad that one of his sons is on the other side now.
Yeah. Well, technically, he's mad that one of his sons has joined him.
Because they can't do anything in the
God.
Dark Forest.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Totally not
Who had
getting
chips? Yeah, I heard like chips. I'm like, what the heck?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's next?
Sasha. right?
Design.
Design?
Yep.
I feel like him and Brambleclaw are basically the same design. I've
Yeah.
seen
You know
so
what?
many.
Like
I mean, the
Bramclaw.
one I have for the stream is he's like a tabby. He looks almost like Hawkfrost, but with yellow eyes.
Yeah, I see that. He looks more like Hawkfrost in the picture you have,
Yeah.
but in most pictures I see, he looks a lot like Brambleclaw. Or Star, whatever.
I think his underbelly should be a lighter brown instead of white.
Yeah. It kind of looks a bit odd to see him with like a white underbelly.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen people do that before.
Oh, God.
So, the Scratch Goss's muzzle, I think, in the books, most people inquire that, but some people don't, and I kind of get angry, because it's canon. He's got Scratch Goss's muzzle. That's canon. You
Yeah.
never had that.
Yeah, I think he has a scratch on his muzzle.
Wait, who?
Yeah, and this one he
TigerStar?
does. He has two.
Yeah. Yeah, I can barely see it though.
It's up there. So he's like he's a brown tabby, totally different than Sasha. Ugh. That cat.
Your reaction
What is
to
Sasha?
Sasha is a Siamese.
Oh yeah, so she looked very similar. I can't speak.
Whoa, doorbell.
Doorbell.
Yeah, my doorbell just went off.
Oh.
Okay. We inquired everything about TigerStar. Are we done with him?
Yeah.
No, we're not done with him.
She needs to
Why?
rant.
We haven't
I like
talked
how you
about
just
his
come in
great
randomly.
leadership.
What?
We haven't talked about the greatness of his leadership.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to do that part?
Yes, I do.
Then do
You
it.
know I want to.
Then do it.
Goodbye.
All right. Gotta warm myself up, crack my neck, man. Gotta.
What?
Gosh.
Okay, so like, I'm not even gonna lie. I know a lot of people throw a lot of shade on TigerStar because he's the bad guy of the forest. He's the guy who brought practically what we can call a calamity down with bringing Blood Clan to the forest. he had a lot of control. He is a control freak. But one of the bigger things that you have to remember is TigerStar's purpose is the same as such as Broken Star or currently with the new series Darktail.
Yeah, he's like
Ew,
the
Dark
main
Tail.
antagonist at the moment.
Hey, who's
I'm
talking?
gonna slap Dark Tail.
Sorry.
Darktail's my bae. Hush. Anyway,
No.
one of the things about ShadowClan that
Darktail? I thought TigerStar was your bae.
they're both my bae. I have a lot of baes.
Okay.
So, TigerStar serves a purpose as for what? Let me backtrack. So, before TigerStar really became implemented into ShadowClan was struggling from illness, and they were just coming out of a terrible leadership from Broken Star. They were weak. They were having trouble catching prey because there were so many of their cats that were sick and
Green
unable
cough.
to.
Green cough.
The point is they're sick, my dude. Anyway, ShadowClan's having a hard time. They're trying to get past, their low point. And here comes TigerStar. He comes in, Tiger Claw at the time. To them, he's this strong, powerful cat who's honest. Who at the time he tends to act like overly modest a couple times, but he serves as a beacon of hope for ShadowClan. He's
He put on the
strong.
innocent act.
Well, not just that, he's influential. Even after, he stops being that little innocent kitty cat, he still has a lot of followers, not just because of fear, but for the most part because a lot of cats look up to him. Even in ThunderClan, you had Dustpelt, which I never let this go.
Darkstripe?
No, Dustpelt.
No, also Darkstripe.
No, I'm not talking about Darkstripe. I'm talking about
You said his
Dustpelt.
followers in ThunderClan.
No, I'm saying specifically Dustpelt right now.
I thought it was just Darkstripe.
No,
Because
there's
Longtail
no.
kind of
I know what I'm talking about, my dude. There's a point before TigerStar leaves. He's about to leave, and he turns to Dustpelt because he's trying to look towards all the cats who he was typically close to in ThunderClan, and all of them reject. But one thing Dustpelt said, like, practically killed me, where he said that he looked up to TigerStar, but because he killed Redtail, his mentor, he didn't want to follow him. Like, literally, specifically because of Redtail, he didn't want to follow TigerStar, which makes me question Dustpelt a bit for a while. That when I first read that, because that was like the first thing that jumped out at me. But moving on, what is happening in this Discord chat? Anyway,
I don't know.
Exactly.
like so, but it's one of those things where he's despite what he does, he's because he's such a. I just had the word and I was just saying it multiple times, but he's influential. He can control others without them really realizing that they're under his influence, and that's part of what makes him such a strong leader. But not only that, he's able to bring new strength to a weakened clan, because ShadowClan at the time was pretty much pathetic. They couldn't do anything. They were slowly dying off, and they didn't want to ask for help from other clans. So TigerStar comes in, has the former castaways from Broken Star's rule, help them with catching prey. Every day they go out, they catch prey, bring it to the camp to supply for the cats. They start looking at him as a supplier for them. And eventually they accept him into ShadowClan as a quote unquote leader of sorts.
Yeah.
And
Leader.
before he officially becomes leader. And one thing he does is in the novella, what's the correct word? He is put in charge of battle training, and he asks two senior warriors who are both older than him to fight, which, you know, they're kind of triggered by that because they're like, why do I have to listen to some guy that I was alive before he was born? I think that's what they said. I don't know. Something along those lines. But he wants to see how Shadow Clan cats fight. They're showing him, and he tells them to unsheathe their claws. Now, obviously, you know, they're kind of stunned by this because it's like, well, that's how Broken Star did things. But one of the things he uses in defense of it is, oh, hey, what do you say? He's like, well, if you get hurt, you're more likely to remember what you did wrong. And that's honestly true. Like, if you use punishment when learning something, when there's a punishment for getting things wrong, aren't you more likely to remember what you did wrong in the future?
True. That's
Like,
so true.
like low key, like it's a genius tactic overall. You know, granted it's not advised because it is harming warriors and it's using up medicine cat supplies, but at the same time he's improving the abilities of the warriors far beyond what other clans could do by using sheath claws. Let me think. Another thing, we were talking about TigerStar and how Shadow Clan was quote unquote stupid for accepting him because, you know, but there was one thing in particular that I always love to talk about, and that's TigerStar in the novella. Um, I forget who. I think it's Tall Poppy, but I don't remember exactly who it was. Asked him what did he do to get kicked out of ThunderClan. He responds, you know, you're gonna find out soon enough, and she's like, oh, well, that's the point. I want to hear the truth from you. His response, he doesn't lie. The weirdest thing is he doesn't lie. He says he refused to be led by he refused to follow a clan led by a kitty pet or something of that term. By using while he doesn't tell them exactly what he did, it does mess around with your subconscious because you have to remember the warrior clans are pretty much a group that's always been focused on purity. From the moment that Firestar came into the clans, you know, it was like, well, he's a kitty pet. You know, he can't be a warrior. Kitty pets can't be warriors, you know?
They have no warrior blood.
Yeah, it's like it's warrior blood, something that's gone for whatever reason. It's become like the biggest.
Blue Star said, quote unquote, has been spilled too much.
Yes, too much warrior blood has been spilled over the past few moons. Blah blah blah. But purity of warrior blood is something that's important not only to ThunderClan but all clans. As it's shown that Firestar does get scorned from a lot of cats because he was formerly a kitty pet.
And that when clans in the newest books kind of attacked them for that reason. That's the reason, because
Yeah.
it's important.
But it's really important to the clans. The purity of blood, but more so the fact that they're wild. They live wild. Well, Firestar was a cat who, you know, took food from two legs. He was considered to be the lowest form of cat, so to speak. And that's by TigerStar pretty much saying that early on, before they know really anything. When they arrive at the gathering, you know, Blue Star doesn't go to the first gathering with TigerStar because, you know, she wasn't feeling well, and Firestar, then Fireheart goes instead. Not While it was a big shock to see TigerStar there, it was even more blow because, you know, Shadow Clan does get to see, in fact, the clan is being led by a kitty pet. You know, the kitty pet is deputy, meaning TigerStar was telling the truth. And considering that a clan led by a kitty pet is pretty much like, to them, it's mind blowing, it's offensive, it's pretty much absurd to them.
It's like foreign people
Yes,
leading
so
the clan.
it's
or leading
racist.
the country.
You know what? The clans are racist. Get over it.
Yes.
Yes.
But
They're very much
yeah,
racist.
so the big picture here is TigerStar literally told them exactly why they wouldn't want a kitty pet as their leader. Heck, I'm pretty sure ShadowClan would scoff if someone actually tried to bring a kitty pet into ShadowClan.
I mean, they did. Russet
Yeah,
Storm
like
did, but she technically wasn't a kitty pet because she was a rogue on the streets, but she wasn't a clan cat.
yeah, it's like there's a difference. Like I know their clans are more likely to accept rogues and loners than they are kitty pets.
I still
But
question how they brought in Ragged Kit and his sibling. What was it? Solar? Or what was it? What was his brother named?
God,
I think the bigger picture is we're getting off topic.
Yes, we are.
But yeah, so TigerStar uses this to his advantage. You know, the idea of a cat trying to usurp his leader in order to stop the eventual rise of a kitty pet into the ranks while to the readers sounds absolutely absurd. It's like, oh my god, you're such a bad guy. To the clans, it does kind of make a little bit more sense because they don't want a kitty pet to be empowered. A kitty pet being empowered is like one of the biggest insults to clan life that there could be. So, while eventually Firestar does earn their trust and respect, Shadow Clan and River Clan as well are slightly unnerved by the idea of this guy being deputy.
Especially since Crooked Star was still leader, or was it Leopard Star at the point?
Either way, both Leopard Star and Crooked Star were pretty against. Well, they were stuck in their ways. They're the mold folks, man. But TigerStar, by using that as his advantage, even though now they know, oh my god, this, like, over time, by this point, they sort of know, whether it's from word of mouth or, you know, having been told, TigerStar did betray his clan. However, despite being a traitor, being a traitor, he did it for what clan what a clan cat would believe a right reason, which is, put that in quotations because obviously, you know, it's not the right thing to do, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them question it. But at the same time, you know, they're more likely to understand.
True.
Yeah, so at that point, TigerStar pretty much has them wrapped around his finger. Plus, besides like battle, you know, TigerStar's ability to strengthen his warriors using his battle tactics, also combining ThunderClan and ShadowClan tactics, which is something that's not commonly done, but because, you know, ThunderClan Cat became leader, it's more likely to happen. He causes ShadowClan to become a lot stronger than they previously were. When he goes to Leopard Star, she is also quite a racist individual. It's talked about how she's not fond of half clan blood. I'm pretty sure we can assume that she's not exactly the biggest fan of Firestar. Cough, cough. If nobody has seen their interactions. And she ends up making a truce between the two clans to create Tiger Clan. We can already figure out that TigerStar had no intention of actually giving Leopard Star real power in the joint clan, but by doing so, you can see warriors stood by while Stormfur was killed. This guy had power. He was controlling them. Really, no one had any doubts. No one doubted TigerStar, even though, you know, this guy comes in, he kills a Wind Clan apprentice in front of the clan. You know, he's clearly not a good guy, but, you know, to them, what he's doing is justified. He's a strong, powerful leader. They trust him. And really, until they hear about what lengths he went to destroy ThunderClan with, like, the dogs especially, that was the only moment where they came to where it clicks. Like, this guy's not the best guy. But even ShadowClan, you know, TigerStar says, keep mewing, kitty pet. It doesn't matter at this point because he has the power of Blood Clan by his side. He has ShadowClan with him. He has RiverClan, who may or may not be with him at this point, but it doesn't really matter now. Really, he was at the peak of his power. It was really only his temper getting in the way of him that stopped him from ruling over the forest. Because he really could have had. Granted, obviously, Scourge probably wouldn't have let this guy live. We talked a bit about Scourge in the last podcast, which should be going up as soon as this. Oh, I'm 64% done.
Yay!
But progress, man, progress. But the he obviously Scourge wasn't gonna let this guy live, but had it been more of a true scenario and he hadn't let himself get enraged by the fact that Scourge was threatening to leave his side, it's very or Scourge didn't want to battle that day. It was very possible that TigerStar could have had the forest in his claws. It's kind of wild. He's a very powerful leader and someone who sadly should be respected. He's kind of wild. Not only that, he actually saved ShadowClan from the Dark Ages, because we can't be sure that ShadowClan would have ever recovered from Broken Star completely, or if they might have died off from green cough, or what could have happened to them had he not used his influence over them. So, and he brought in the great leader Blackstar, who's been leading since the end times. Let's be real, it was about time he died. Sorry, I love him, but it was about time he died. So yeah, it's just a Shadow Clan thing.
Yeah. Okay, is that done with TigerStar?
Yeah.
All
We're on
right.
Sasha now.
Well, our next. How long are we into this? 46 minutes. Wow, we took 46 minutes talking about TigerStar alone.
Obviously,
Well,
TigerStar is the greatest leader, so he deserves the most time.
No.
Sasha probably will
I feel
be like
the shortest.
Yeah, the shortest out of this because there's not much to go over her except for the manga. So we're gonna
Yeah.
start with Sasha. Sasha was just, in general, when we first came in contact with her, she was like a Mary Sue, and then later on in the series, she got better. In the manga, she got better, and then she dropped into a terrible character. So she gets abandoned by her two-leg person, which was really old, and so she's like left in this house, and then people come in to retrieve her, but she escapes into the forest. TigerStar finds her. They hang out. He asks her to join. She says no. She has his kits named Hawk, Moth, and Tadpole. Brings them to the two-leg place to get to ShadowClan because she wants to bring them to TigerStar to be in ShadowClan. But while she goes through the two-leg place, she has her kits stay in this. I don't know what it was, but we're gonna call it a basement. She has all of her kids staying in a basement, and so they're sleeping down there. And then Tadpole notices that the room is filling up with water. So they all escape through like a tiny little window up in the corner of the basement. Only Hawk, Moth get out, and Tadpole drowns. Tadpole. He's back where he
Boy.
belongs, people.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, he dies. That might have an effect on Sasha. I don't know. She knows, wait, I can't take care of kids because I'm a terrible mother. So she goes over to RiverClan, drops off her kids there, and that's it. That's it. Moth and Hawk become Mothwing and Hawkfrost, and if we didn't have those two characters, those two side characters actually are a big part of the storyline. I mean, they might have found the what is it called? The almond for Firestar with the burning reed if Mothwing wasn't there to point it out to them. and then no one would become Medicine Cat after Mudclaw, who dies in the forest of
Mud
old
for
age. It's Mudclaw. Oh no, it's Mudfur. You're right. Sorry.
boy.
I'm sorry.
You trigger me.
There was going to be a leader regardless. A medicine cat regardless. That's a given. It probably just wouldn't have been a cat that was willing, aka half a ThunderClan. Cough, cough.
Cough, cough.
I mean, let's be real. There aren't very many ThunderClan medicine cats that actually wanted to be a medicine cat.
Yeah.
That's true.
Not many cats in general wanted to be medicine cats, except for like Adler Paul kind of gets forced into it, but he likes it later on. Spoilers, Then we now have like 3 medicine cats in the new series for ThunderClan.
You should probably put in the title of the
I did.
you put the title that it was spoilers.
Yeah, I said spoiler warning.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is there left to talk about Sasha? Who wants to rant about her?
But okay.
Who wants to rant about how bad of a mother she is? She's up there in the top 5 next to Rainflower.
She should know how
Yeah,
to swim.
I agree.
We should do
I mean,
bad mothers. Bad mothers.
I mean, I never really knew much about her because I haven't read the mangas, but from what people have described her to be, she sounds very unexperienced, I think is the word. And, well, she just seems like she let one of her kids die.
Yeah.
And was she even there when he died?
I don't know.
I think so.
Because she should be able to take them all out and save them if she was there. If she, that's just
Yeah, but she
that's just bad.
left. She left her kids alone and in a basement. Like seriously.
Yeah, that's
That
really
fills,
bad.
I don't even know what it was because it filled up with water and it like definitely was a room of some sort.
Was there a flood?
Yeah, like the entire room filled up with water.
So she left her kids in a enclosed area.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I mean, I could see where she would do that because it's a bit
Because-
safer, but
Yeah, but like a place where they can only escape by a pole, like climbing up a pole and out of a small tiny window. Like seriously?
yeah, that's maybe if there was something a bit more, then I would understand. But she left them alone. She should at least be there.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you went out hunting, at least have your kids with you while you're hunting, not alone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, maybe something like that. And then she decided to just drop them off at River Clan for them to deal with, which I
'Cause-
find that bad parenting as well.
Then she goes and finds herself another two-leg to take care of her because she finds out that living as a rogue is really hard. I'm gonna go get another person to take care of me.
Yeah, she seems a pretty weak character, and I don't really know much about her character development. So could someone explain that to me?
So basically, later in the book, she comes back. She's like comes in to visit her kids often in River Clan, to a point where Brambleclaw almost attacks her.
Oh wow.
Good job.
So she basically comes when the clans are leaving to beg her kids to come with her and not go away with the clans, but they refuse. And she reveals that they were kids of TigerStar, which kind of shocks all the cats. And I'm like, how did I not know this?
Exactly. They should.
I mean, one of them looks like TigerStar, but just with a different belly and different eyes. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't just look at every brown tabby there is.
That's true.
And say that's TigerStar's spawn. That's definitely the spawn of TigerStar.
I mean,
oh my god.
Mothwing's design kind of is like TigerStar and Sasha mixed, because she has like Sasha's almost coloring, but she's got TigerStar's tabby stripes, I believe. Let me search
I've
that.
actually never seen Mothwing, so I can't look into that.
All right. Oh yeah, people have her as a tabby, like a light brown tabby with what was it? Yellow eyes like TigerStar, yellow eyes like TigerStar, and a tabby like TigerStar,
TigerStar has
but light
amber
colors like
eyes.
Sasha.
TigerStar has amber eyes.
Yeah, the yellow amber eyes. People do yellow, some of them do amber. Someone did blue. Ugh. Someone did green.
All of
What?
them.
Green?
Yeah.
That's...
And people
Wow.
are shipping Leafpool with her. Okay then.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be
Leaf
right
Wing.
back. You guys can
Yeah, that's
continue
a thing.
talking about Sasha. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Sasha's annoying and stupid and
Give reasons.
okay, no, okay, one, her bad mothership. Like, come on, she was kind of
Yeah.
like the worst mother ever.
Like, she throws her kids into RiverClan and then comes back begging them to come back with her.
Yes, exactly. Like, why?
Did she really expect them to come back? I mean, she left them. She basically abandoned them in some way.
What? Yeah.
Oh, Souless, you're cutting out.
What?
You were cutting out for a sec.
Oh, sorry. My internet's like exploding right now.
Anyways, what else
Shit.
don't you like about her? Should we talk about her design by now?
Yeah, probably.
Everyone knows that her design is just a mannequin Siamese.
Yeah, a pale brown Siamese, like the picture in the stream. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, she's a pretty beautiful Siamese.
Yeah.
What else shall we talk about?
Um.
Well, we already did. Did we do her backstory yet? Or did we know about her backstory?
No, not really.
We pretty much did talk about her backstory.
Yeah. She was raised as a kitty pet and then became a rogue, became a kitty pet again.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah.
Are we done with the
Yeah.
Sasha subject?
We were at design.
Oh, you guys can continue.
So
She's a Siamese.
it's like there's not much to talk about there.
Yeah, Siamese, that's it. Siamese almost all look the same. So, we're going to move on to our last character. Technically, last two characters. Which
Yes,
is Cinderpelt. Our
Or CinderHeart.
And CinderHeart. Let me get back from the last screen.
Alright.
And then CinderHeart.
So I guess I'll start this one off then.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so Cinderpelt was first introduced in the original series as Cinderkit, later Cinderpaw, who's apprenticed to Fireheart. Her apprenticeship she was a warrior apprentice originally. She had to switch over after a TigerStar planned a trap for Blue Star at the what's it called? Thunderpath.
Yeah.
So set up a trap for Blue Star at the Thunderpath. Cinderpaw, being the nosy little
Cat.
that she is, decided that she'd go instead.
Of her brother.
No.
Was it her brother?
Blue Star was out. Blue Star was out, and
A Fireheart?
Cinderpaw wanted to go. Fireheart said not that they wouldn't go anywhere, and they wait till Blue Star got back to tell her. Cinderpaw decided to run off and go. Ran into the Thunderpath, got hit by a monster, and that wrecked her leg. At the time, or whatever, we all know. If you're a Warriors fan, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But when during that time there wasn't really a way to there were Yellowfang tried her best to fix Cinderpaw's leg, but really all she could do was focus on saving her life, preventing an infection and whatever else.
Her death.
It heals, but it doesn't heal properly. And in the end, she's unable to continue her warrior training.
Ooh, we just hit the hour mark.
Ooh, wow, awesome. So, continuing on, Cinderpaw works sort of like an assistant to Yellowfang for a while until she's invited to become the medicine cat apprentice. She stays as Yellowfang's apprentice till I don't know what book it was. I know she eventually receives her full name of Cinderpelt. Yellowfang dies in a fire, unfortunately. As you know, as you do. And Cinderpelt is the sole medicine cat of ThunderClan for all the books up till like what wasn't it like the last one in the New Prophecy series?
I
Where
believe so.
well, she's not the
Yeah.
sole one. She takes Leafpaw, later Leafpool, on her apprentice. Leafpool runs off to be with Crowfeather. She's left alone. Badgers attack the camp. She's trying to protect Sorreltail and ends up getting killed. Leafpool comes back. Leafpool is now the medicine cat. Cinderpelt dies, quote unquote, but she's actually reincarnated into Sorreltail's kit, one of Sorreltail's kits, Cinderkit, who grows up into CinderHeart. Jayfeather, being the jerk he is, reveals her past, trying to prove that Lion Blaze isn't the only special one after Lion Blaze tells her the prophecy and she no longer wants to be with him because he's too important. After that, Cinderheart is confused because, she's Cinderpelt. She doesn't know what to do, whether she should become a medicine cat or follow her heart and stay as a warrior. In the end, she chooses to be a warrior and life. Yeah.
I think her main reason to be reincarnated was to become a warrior, correct?
Yeah, they wanted she died at the same time as one Kate came alive, so Yellowfang gave her the blessing of being alive. Not technically, she shared a body with another cat.
Like walk beside
Yeah.
her counterpart or something like that.
Like being haunted.
Or
No.
where's that fierce typing coming? Anyways, what's next? Her design?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we haven't really had a discussion on Cinderpelt at all. Cinderpelt, like, other than talking about who she was, usually this is the point where we talk about people's opinions, their thoughts on the story.
Who wants to go first?
CinderHeart. We start off with her being Sorreltail's kit. She basically kind of is spoiled because Brackenfur has no one else to talk to other than his mate now, because his sister kind of dies.
Yeah. Wait, isn't Cinderpelt kind of Brackenfur's daughter?
Yeah, no, Cinderpelt
sister?
is Brackenfur's sibling, littermate.
I know that, but whatever. No, never mind.
Daughter and littermate are the same, not the same thing.
Okay,
Why did we have that giant moment of silence?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know what to say.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're failing at our job, people. So so Cinderheart becomes Cinderpaw. She almost suffers the same fate as Cinderpelt by falling off a tree and her leg getting kind of cracked and dead. But thankfully, and Leafpool knew right at that moment because J-Paw told her about her being that she kind of feared that her mentor slash now not her mentor, I don't know, would suffer the same fate over again. She didn't want that to happen, but she didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But then J-Paw comes up with this glorious idea to have her work her leg in the lake, like to get its strength back after it heals. So she's able to move on with her life as a warrior. And then she comes across with Lime Blaze, and they like each other. But she's like, "Oh no, we can't be mates because you have a lot greater destiny than me." And it's like, boy, are you kidding me? But so she basically becomes like a third medicine cat because she finds out that that's what her first life was, and she thinks that that's also her destiny, when it's not. But then, so Lion Blaze tries to convince her that she can choose her own destiny, and she's like, and he asks her, "Do you want to be a medicine cat or do you want to be a warrior?" She looks at him. She says, "Warrior." Cinderpelt's kind of like spirit, like leaves CinderHeart's spirit and goes off to StarClan. And she becomes a warrior. She becomes mates with Lion Blaze. Spoilers for Bramble Star Storm and everything that follows. She has kits. Her kits are, what was it? Fern Song, something, something, and something.
Fern Song, Holly
Holly.
something, and it was another one named after someone who died.
Yeah. They named Fern Song after Fern Cloud. Holly, what was it? Holly Song, or was it Holly like foot? It might have been Holly Pelt. I'll look that up in a minute.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you had the Warriors wiki open.
No, my Warriors wiki kind of closed on me. Okay, she has. Oh, she also has a lot of sisters. Wow. She has Holly Tuft and Sorrel Stripe as after Sorrowtail and Fern Song, who is actually a guy. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, actually, like the first time I saw that, I swore that was a girl, but then it was like, oh no, this is so a guy. So a
Yeah,
guy.
so she named Sorrel Stripe after her mother, Holly Tuft after Lion Blaze's sister, and Fern Song after, was it Brackenfur or is it Sorrowtail's mother? I think it was Brackenfur's mother. Let me check. Might have been Sorrowtail though.
I don't think Brackenfur was Fern Cloud's Fern Cloud's kit. I thought that was Birch.
No, his mother's Frostfur.
Birch.
Frostfur and Thornclaw, his parents. So then it's Sorrel.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
thought.
Sorrowtail then. Because one of them, I know one of them has a relation to Fern
Yeah,
Cloud.
it's.
Oh, did we talk about her brother, Molepaw, yet? Who dies?
Moleclaw.
Oh no, it's
Look,
not.
let's be real. Everyone
weird.
who has the prefix, everyone
Sorrowtail's-
except for like the most recent.
I guess they don't have any relation to Ferncloud because Sorrowtail's
I mean,
father's
they don't
White Storm
need.
and mother's Willowpelt.
I mean, they didn't need to have a character that was named after. They didn't have to be related to. They didn't name them specifically after them
What?
because of relation. They named them because they died after the final battle against the Dark Forest.
Guys, guess what I just found?
What?
I went into Sorrowtype's. She has like a half brother named Elder Kit.
The heck?
That's amazing.
Elder
What?
Kit.
Elder Kit.
Legit.
Okay.
I'm gonna click on him. I'm gonna read his
So
story.
I would warn you guys not to trust everything on the Warriors wiki because some of it's not exactly quote unquote
True.
canon. like some of
died
it
of
is from
weakness.
I know
Oh,
part of it is like from
Elder Kit was White Storm was the father of a lot of people. His brother was Ashfur and Tulip Kit, and his sister was Ferncloud. So that means he died with Tulip Kit. He died of weakness, and so did Tulip Kit. So Ashfur and Ferncloud were the only spawns of that. They have a half sister Sandstorm and Sorreltail, and half brother Sootfur and Rainwhisker. Okay then.
telling you, like, I don't pay much mind to the Warriors wiki when it comes to relationships unless I have to, because like I don't
Storm
know,
is
like
the father of a
I know
lot of people.
but like one of the weird things about the Warriors wiki, like just throwing this in there, I know that some of the information is from I guess a Warrior Cats fan who just comes up with these names and proclaims them as canon. So 9 times out of 10, if it's not from an official Warriors book, you
I mean,
probably
they might have been like noticed once when Ferncloud was Fern Kit and Ash Fur was Ash Kit. It might have been like been mentioned once, but I think that was
like
it.
I'm pretty sure Tulip Kit might have been mentioned, but I'm not sure Elder Kit was.
Never heard of Elder Kit, so probably.
Yeah, it's like I know it happens a lot in the story. Like on the wiki you'll find a lot of like I think they have Firestar siblings named, and I don't think they were like officially named by the Aarons themselves. And it was named by some other person who has previously spoken to the Aarons, and they came up with these names and proclaimed them as canon, and that's why they put him on the wiki. But that's so you can't always trust what the wiki says.
Yeah. We're really off topic right now.
Yeah,
We
let's
are.
get back to
We are.
CinderHeart.
That's why I stopped talking.
Well, I'm gonna check Firestar's page
I was
to
like
see what
literally
his
just about to.
siblings are. It says it doesn't actually. His siblings are Flulu and Tommy and Princess, who is actually canon, and Luna.
Exactly why. Exactly why you can't trust the Warriors wiki.
Let's see how Princess dies.
Boy.
Oh, it doesn't say she's dead yet.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what happens to her. She
His
just kind
sons
of.
are Cloudtail, Zach, and Taylor, and her daughters are Naomi and Livy. And
Firestar literally noticed his sister for like one book and then just
and her
abandoned
mate
her.
is Oliver.
Like all
Oliver.
of this isn't like a lot of this stuff isn't even confirmed by the Aarons, but once again we're getting off
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just get back on topic.
She's noted in. Wow, she's actually noted in the Darkest Hour. That's kind of weird. Anyways, are we? We gotta talk about. We didn't talk about Cinderpelt's death at all, did we?
We did.
Oh, well then we gotta talk about.
Yeah, we did.
Cinderheart hasn't died yet, so.
Oh, Cinderpelt, I meant.
We talked about Cinderpelt's death, but we haven't
Yeah.
talked about Cinderheart.
Cinderheart didn't die yet though.
Well, I
Yeah.
haven't gotten that far in the books, so I would never know.
I'm updated with the books. She hasn't died yet, so. We're
Okay,
Alright.
that's
we're
good
safe for now.
Okay.
for
I
now.
bet you she has so many more kids with Lion Blaze because Lion Blaze is like one of those kind of cat people.
What's next now to speak about?
Um.
Design.
I was just about to say that.
Oh yeah. I kind of like some people were ranting about Mothwing. Cinderheart's design and how it's totally different than Cinderpelt because it's tabby, and I'm like, well, her mother was a calico, her father was a tabby. It kind of makes sense that she would be a tabby.
Yeah, because it's not completely Cinderpelt.
It's
like
just
the full design.
yeah.
She's different. She's different from Cinderpelt.
She doesn't have to be Cinderpelt, people. She doesn't have to be exactly like Cinderpelt. But what I wish that her design should have like some scars on her one leg that was broken. Because like if it had like just like 2 scars representing, hey, this leg was previously broken, because I'm pretty sure when you break something, there will be something left that's a scar, or it might be like
Yeah.
discoloration on
The
like a
what
human.
the one thing I will say about the whole reincarnation story is that she wasn't like truly reincarnated, because if you were like really reincarnated, you would like be able to control that person and you would like be them. But
Yeah.
she just kind of hovers above her like a extra spirit or something.
She might be like
She's not like fully
Like a
if you've
guardian?
seen
reincarnated.
if you've seen like what she is in some of these maps, I kind of like how they put it. They put her like them two like are like she's the only one who it's like a ghost that only you can see and no one else can.
Yeah,
It's like a
it's
fairy
kind of like
godmother.
it's like a little
A guardian.
guardian of some
Yeah.
sort. So it's not like a full reincarnation, because a full reincarnation would mean that CinderHeart would like not have a personality. It would just be Cinderpelt all over again.
Yeah.
True.
But as we were saying, talking about like the broken bones and stuff, actually, if it's an internal, the only way a broken bone would show on the surface would be if the bone punctured through the flesh.
I mean, it might have. We didn't know that because they didn't really go into
Yeah,
detail about
it was
it.
never confirmed. Yeah, it was never confirmed. So really, I don't get. I'm not bothered by when people draw Cinderheart without the scars. I know Cinderpelt has scars. I do not. One thing I don't like is like when they make the entire leg naked, sort of, to
Yeah,
represent
just
like
put like a couple of scrapes in there.
like just
Something.
make it clear that it's damaged, but not so far that it's like, oh look, this leg is completely useless. Like it said she limps about, so she does use the leg. It's just like she can't use it
Like
well.
you like a warrior with like all
Yeah,
the
she
time.
can't like run really fast. She can hobble. She's
She
really
can
good at
hobble,
that.
bro. She can hobble. Uh, I think we're done. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
What else to talk about?
Well, yeah, we kind of covered all the stuff.
And we have to save some for later today's one, which would be like somewhere if you're watching this right now and you want to see the second one that will be happening today, it would happen either between 5 and 6 or maybe like 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, probably 6, 7, 8. So we have time to do other stuff. But this is just the
Nope.
second episode. We covered TigerStar, Sasha, Cinderpelt / CinderHeart, and you should subscribe, you should comment, you should like.
Hello. Excuse me, Darky.
What?
I'd like to state that when she was talking about the time, she means Eastern Standard Time. So pretty
Oh
much
yeah.
5 through 7 Eastern Standard Time is the generalized time that the next stream should start.
Yes. Because everyone has to do things, and this will be our time to like take a break and do other things.
And
So,
have fun.
who we had with us, I will post their YouTube channels in the description for you guys to subscribe to. Disclaimer that this idea that this originated from was from Lizard Wizard, but different because there's a lot more guests. So,
Yeah.
but as I was saying, we're gonna say goodbye, and then that would be it. All right, everyone, you ready?
Yep.
No.
3, 2, 1.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Deuces. Tiger Bay is mine. Bye.